all the way from London. Hello, good evening.
How do you see the importance of Black History Month nowadays?
You want to go first?
No, you go first.
Okay. I think Black History Month, be it that it's the only month we get, is very important. But I think more importantly, I think it's very important for people within the UK, not just black, but people of all nationalities, to understand the importance of Black History Month.
If you're a woman in here tonight and your hair is your own, make some noise. For me, I'm a former school teacher and I taught history. I don't celebrate Black history because I celebrate my history 24/7, 365. So I concur with what Richard says. You know, to tell me I've got a month to turn up and celebrate my history didn't begin in the chains of slavery. There were great kingdoms beforehand, and there are still great kingdoms that are still there. I think it's very important because it is the opportunity we get outside of carnival and the term urban, where we're allowed to actually shout from the rooftop. In 3 people is ugly. I want you to look at the person sitting or standing to your right. Do it now. 1 in 3 is ugly. Take this serious. Do it now. Look at them. Take a good look at them. 1 in 3 is ugly.
We, as black people, understand the importance of other people's history. You know, in school we learn about the English culture because this is where we reside, and rightly so. Right, you know, but at the same time, I think it's important for the English, as in the Anglo-Saxons and people like that, to understand what we contributed to history, because a lot of people wouldn't know the importance that we played in history. Like the iron, we came up with the iron. The first heart transplant was a black man, right? Traffic lights, they symbolize red, gold, and green, right? You know, but and the person that made that was paid £1.
Absolutely fantastic, man! Wow, superb.
If people truly respected that, I think we would be deemed in a better way than we are deemed, you know, and the respect that's given. So I think that's the importance of Black history for me.
Ethnic minorities are underachieving, and this is largely because of the historical setting of a discriminated society. Correct. And in order to offset those differences, we must empower minorities to key societal positions regardless of merit. Wrong.
Because when we were growing up, you know, Richard would tell you, I didn't want to have anything to do with Africa because that's the way it was portrayed to me. The only thing positive about Africa I knew was Tarzan. That was it. If your parents ever hit you, make some noise. No, you see, there's a difference between my generation and your generation. You see, you got slapped, yeah? Yeah, no, shut up, you got slapped. That we were great kingdoms of Ghana, Songhai, Mali, Ashanti. We didn't know about those things. And so
Absolutely.
It's really important that, so remember one thing, Black history isn't just for black children or for black people, it's for everybody.
All right, it's Black History Month. I want to know, are you guys proud to be black? That wasn't really proud enough for me.
So we can debunk erroneous ideas about how we got to this stage and how we got to this planet and the etymology of words.
Obviously, yeah, us man saw an opportunity, yeah, and we went in. Done.
And what did you get then?
Well, obviously, got a couple of gums, got a couple of crepe, you know, got a couple of electronic stuff too.
Basically, it wasn't for the staff, it was for the family, it was for my son.
Have you seen more of a response over the years? Like, has it become more positive as the attitude to the whole concept of Black History Month? Has it improved over the years? Has it become more tolerant and more approachable?
It is more approachable. You know, I have to be really honest. I think the sad thing with not Black History Month, but Black history itself, especially in the UK, and I always say this, and I might get shot down for saying this, but I find the more that black people are oppressed, the more that they, number one, understand their history, and 2, the more that they work harder.
So what you're telling us and the viewers at home is that at the tender age of 16 years old, you went out looting to provide for your son.
Yeah, I have to go out for my son, look after my son, that's my privilege, that's my job. Look at him there, look at him.
And since things have become much easier, because, you know, our forefathers, myself, Jeff, we've paved the way and made it a lot easier for the younger urban or black generation to come through, and a lot of them don't respect the path that's been opened. A lot of them, if you was to ask them about Marcus Garvey, they wouldn't know who he is.
I want us to see that we are greater than what people has ever
True, true.
People who don't know who they are will follow any road and go around running around like a load of idiots.
Yeah.
When you look at Diwali or Guru Nanak Shek, you look at specific cultural festivals, Yom Kippur, they're very, very clear because they're very specific. We have a thing called Carnival and everyone's invited to the party. It's now Urban Carnival. Yeah, there are things that are designed to entrap people into thinking in a certain way. And our history and via the West Atlantic slave trade is that we didn't start off in the Caribbean. Carib is the Spanish word for slave. Bean means land. Caribbean loosely means land of savages. And so it doesn't matter what you call me, it matters what I answer to.
You give me a feeling that I never felt before.
It's someone like Richard's in a big West End play. To come here on a Tuesday night, on a night off, just shows that we want to come and support events like this because this is where we started amongst our own. And this guy was Hollywood bound and still finds time to come out and do something. And that's really important because we want to connect with our history.
What do you think is the best way forward? I mean, not just for black people in general, I mean for white people as well, to learn about black history. What do you think is the best way forward to kind of make it more accessible and more known in sort of education?
Do you know what I always say? I have to say I got this quote from Angela Marr, and it's one that I stick by, which is that those that read lead, right? It's the importance of books is not pushed anymore.
And your name is? Melissa, what area are you from?
Wembley.
Anybody else here from Chalkhill? How did I know? Yeah. All poor black people live on Chalkhill.
Then we've been conditioned and helped not to read. However, it's a great saying, which is that, ignorance is as a consequence, but mind has the power to change things. And we really do have, there's no more excuses when information is right out there and offered to people. Then you have a responsibility.
What part of Earth are you from?
And education is the absolute key. You make it mandatory at Key Stage 3 and 4 for young kids, black, white, Asian and whatever. I learnt about Guru Nanak Shek. I learnt about Diwali because although I went to a Catholic school, we had multi-faith worship. When I was a school teacher, we had multi-faith worship. So get the kids from young, inculcate them with non-erroneous ideas that, Kunta Kinte and my history was all about, get up Kizzy, when, we were the first people here.
Good to go.
No, we're not black because we're cursed. We're black because we're first. Fact. Not,
True.
Don't want to scare anybody in Essex Uni, but this is part of the reality.
I think some people switched off.
Did you hear what that Negro said?